A very good afternoon. You're watching the Big Lunch Hour with me, Akshita. Well, a 10-year-old boy, Suryakant, drowned when he was playing in the swimming pool in Tulips Resort in Banarghata. The shocking incident happened in Tulips Amusement Park. Now, the parents are protesting, keeping the boy's body in front of the resort. Of course, that the death of a 10-year-old Suryakant was caused by the negligence of the Tulip Resort authorities. In fact, they vandalized the resort as they demanded action against the authorities. The police have now taken the situation under control. The body is also being cremated. However, the family might claim compensation, is what we understand. Initially, the body was also kept in front of the resort as part of the protests, as the family members as well as others came together to protest against what took place. Once again, to highlight exactly how 10-year-old Suryakant met with his death, we understand that yesterday he was with his family at the Tulips Resort, and soon after, of course, it is said that he entered the swimming pool and drowned. Let's listen into what Suryakant's father, Bhaskar, had to say.
टुलिप्स में ये टुलिप्स ये पेपर हो 150 बेटा को लिया, हमारा को पेरेंट्स को बड़ा आदमी की 200, हमारे बेटा को 150 लिया, टोटल हम 4 आदमी गए अंदर।
टुलिप्स रेजॉर्ट का नाम रेजॉर्ट एंड अम्यूजमेंट पार्क।
अभी ऐसा प्रॉब्लम होने का बाद उधर बोलिया तो बोलिया डॉक्टर ने हम कुछ नहीं कर सकता, दूसरा जगह गया तो मेरा बेटा मर गया, नहीं तो मेरा बेटा बच सकता है। उधर अगर फर्स्ट एड कुछ बंदोबस्त रहता था तो मेरा बेटा जैसा जान था, निश्वास आ रहा था, जा रहा था, मेरा बेटा बच सकता था, लेकिन वो कुछ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी नहीं दिया।
Well, that was Bhaskar, Suryakant's father, alleging that there was a carelessness and negligence on the part of the authorities, and that is why they are now coming together to protest. And my colleague Nishita joins us over the phone line with the latest. Nishita, definitely looks like quite a bit of chaos was witnessed there on Banarghata Road, but we do understand the situation is under control now.
That's right, Akshita. In fact, the police officials have come in after reports emerged that absolute vandalism was being witnessed at the Tulips Resort, where family members of a 10-year-old boy had gone berserk after the boy had lost his life in the swimming pool of this particular resort. And now the police officials have come in and they have diffused the situation. They have ensured that the vandalism has come to an end. Also, a case has been registered. In the meanwhile, Suryakant is being cremated even as we speak, and we understand that the family members will approach probably higher officials to get a compensation. Now, what exactly happened was that this family from Orissa had gone to Tulips Resort for a holiday, but their holiday ended in a tragic manner as their son, 10-year-old Suryakant, who was swimming in the pool, drowned and lost his life. Ideally, if there is a swimming pool in any resort, there should be adequate measures, safety measures put in place, which includes lifeguards and the like, but seems like adequate safety measures were not put in place. Also, there might have been a delay in shifting the boy to the hospital, is what is being told. More clarity is yet to be established on that front. We're getting certain conflicting reports as far as to what exactly led to the boy's death. If the family members were around, if the resort officials were around, why exactly was the boy not given first aid right on time? So keeping all this in mind, there is more clarity required, and probably deeper investigations will reveal as to what exactly happened. For that, the police officials have registered a complaint, and also probably the family members will be approaching the police, the higher officials as well, demanding a compensation. What the family members were irked with was that the resort officials were not willing to take any responsibility for the incident that had taken place, considering that a 10-year-old boy had lost his life in a resort. There is a certain amount of responsibility that the resort too needs to take up. They too need to own up to the incident, which was not visible in the resort officials' attitude, and that is what irked the family members, and that's the reason why they went absolutely berserk in this particular resort. They destroyed property, they destroyed belongings, they broke open the window panes. Absolute vandalism was witnessed, but now the situation has been brought under control, and probably further investigations will reveal as to what exactly happened and as to whether the resort officials should be penalized or whether it was a delay and ignorance on part of the family members themselves.
Right, Nishita, thank you so much for joining us with all those details. But we understand that things are under control now. The cops have intervened and ensured that the family members are brought under control. And we understand that the boy's body has also been shifted from outside that resort. He will be cremated soon. And of course, the family is contemplating going ahead and approaching the higher-ups for some sort of compensation. Well, the common entrance test commenced yesterday, and today the exams for physics and chemistry with each exam worth 60 marks was held. The Karnataka CET 2014 exam is being held for admission to professional courses in Karnataka for the academic year beginning 2014. The exams are being held in exam centres across 29 districts in Karnataka. There were mixed responses from students who took the exam yesterday, and today, of course, it's those two important papers, physics and chemistry. Well, of course, after the second PUC, it's time for the CET now, and of course, several students were seen fully prepared for the same. This is, of course, very crucial for all those who want to get into reputed engineering and medical colleges. It is, of course, a very competitive exam which is conducted for the purpose of admission of students to the first year or first semester of full-time courses in medical, dental and engineering courses. And this is, of course, in Karnataka alone. But of course, several students were seen fully prepared for the same, and of course, it is a very, very crucial exam for these youngsters. Well, Well, my colleague Deepak Bopana joins us live from Baldwin's College. Deepak, over to you. We understand that you have a couple of students with you. Take us through how they felt the exam went.
Akshita, well, the physics examination, as I understand, is already completed in the morning. Now, the second batch of examinations, that is chemistry, is going to start at about 2:30. So before that, the students were studying. I requested them to actually talk to us for a short while before they could go for that examination. So how was your examination in the morning? How were the preparations and how's everything going?
Yeah, physics went fine actually. They usually get the conceptual based questions. And chemistry is, since it's a memory based exam, we hope to see an easier paper. But the previous papers, it says chemistry exams are usually a little bit tricky. So let's hope for the best.
So how did you cope up with the chemistry exam? Sorry, the physics, right, you had in the morning?
Yeah, it was quite balanced. We had pretty direct and a few indirect questions as well. It was pretty balanced.
Right. So yesterday was mathematics and now you have one more left, that is chemistry. So how has the whole journey been? How is the preparations going on? What are the plans for the future?
It was a whole year of preparation, and then like since a month we have been preparing entirely for CET, so stress level is obviously a lot and it's going on pretty well. Yes, managing.
So how are your preparations? So you've also finished your mathematics exam yesterday. I know you have one more left. So what are the plans after your exam?
I will completely keep my books aside and enjoy my holidays, and I've studied the whole year, so I hope I get all my marks good and I'll enjoy my holidays.
So that's what they're saying. They want to enjoy their holidays. They're actually tired through the whole year preparing for the second PUC examinations and now preparing for the CET. So the final leg, that is one chemistry exam, another 2-3 hours to go, and once that's over, they're completely free from 1 year of excessive studying, Akshita.
Right, Deepak. Also, of course, there is this ever-going argument about the importance of CET. If you could also ask the students how long they have prepared for this particular test, for the CET, and how much they are relying on the same.
Right. So how much have you prepared for this whole examination? How important do you think this is? Of course, you have to get into any engineering college or medicine. CET is vital. So how much of dedication and preparation has gone into this?
Yeah, actually many of us have done preparation for the last 2 years, some maybe more than that. I have been preparing from the last 2 years for CET and various other competitive exams. One thing what I find is this whole month of April and May, and for some people who write the IIT Advanced, that is on May 25th, it's a very tedious process. So you have your mains, then comes your VIT, Manipal, here's the CET. It's quite important that you do it well and get into a good college. And yeah, it's a tedious process. It's feeling too long. Just want to freak out after that. But let's see how the results go.
You want to freak out now. You understand too. Of course, all of you want to go back home and probably enjoy your holidays for now till you get into college. But how has the preparation been? Has it been too tedious, or has it been something which you managed well?
It's pretty tedious, but it's all worth it because it's just for some time. Then all that you have to do is enjoy after that. So it's all worth it.
So how have you taken it? Have you taken it too serious, gone on nights where you've studied the whole night, or has it been a slow thought out process of studying?
No, I don't study like all the night because it is not so useful to study all night. I study in the daytime and I used to recall things and sleep at the night, and I've not prepared like day, night and all. I've done okay. I'm waiting for my results.
So anyway, best of luck. Wishing them, all of them, a very best of luck for their final chemistry paper, which they're going to write in the next half an hour, Akshata.
Right, Deepak, thank you so much for joining us with all those details. But students, they're going ahead and expressing their opinion about the exam. They seem pretty positive about how the physics exam fared. But of course, come 2:30 and they will be entering for the second exam of the day, which will be the chemistry paper. So far it looks like the kids have been rather optimistic about the way the exams have gone. But of course, yesterday there was a bit of apprehension about the maths paper, but it looks like physics so far has gone well for these students, and of course at 2:30 they will be writing the chemistry papers.